Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and all others. Boudreaux back here, or Steven if you prefer. And anyway, we're about to do the Great Wide Open, the second of the major chicken quests, chicken play quest. But anyway, first, yes, we have 50 Virtue XP and a Scroll of Finesse. Okay, so anyway, both of them, let's see, we're actually getting our second Scroll of Finesse. We're going to save them because they aren't useful until we're after level 40. So, okay, well, let's head into chicken play. Alright, so we will get the title Lord of the Wings and 4,000 Virtue Experience. I believe they just added that on when we did not get Virtue Experience for doing the last one, free range. So anyway, if we talk to George again, how to push in session play as a chicken. That will put us in chicken play as a, hold on. Okay, hold on. What did I do there? I did something wrong. Yes, we started free range. Let's tell you what. I don't want to do free range again. It's the D-long. Oh Lord. Okay, let's just get out of this. So anyway, special 1 fish, 2 fish. This is a Shire quest, right? Free range we don't want to do anymore, so we're going to cancel it. Okay. Yes, we know. Okay, so anyway, Great Wide Open is what we're doing. So anyway, current quest. There we go. Okay. Now we're going into session play. If it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, it's probably because I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I do kind of, but anyway, you can save your layout, and if you get one that you like, you type in /UI, and you can get the syntax that you need to save your file, as well as to load a file once you get one you like, and it's saved. So anyway, I was on the Arkenstone server when I got everything pretty much set up the way I want. Everything's pretty much in the same spot. It's just bigger. That's just the way I do things, and most players like to fire off their combat commands from here. I don't. I like to kick it up a spot. And anyway, I like to use my numeric keypad for combat commands. So anyway, we have 4 of them. And technically, they're not combat commands. They're stay alive commands. Because as a chicken, yeah, we're level 1. We're going to be going against, I don't know, level 100 stuff in this quest. So anyway, foul fleetness, plus 50% run speed for 30 seconds with a 2-minute cooldown. It can help in getting away from somebody who's chasing you, but it can also decrease the time that it takes to actually do this quest, which I'm thinking, 2.5 hours or so, give or take. Because that's assuming that we're successful. It is a dangerous quest. Which is why we have some things like Bob and Weave, plus 50% evade chance with a 25% additional evasion against ranged attacks. Once again, 30-second duration and a 2-minute cooldown. The intended use for possum impersonation is if you're standing still and you use it, you will play dead for up to a minute. If you move, you cease to play dead. If the thing that was attacking you is still there at the end of the minute, or when you start moving, it's going to resume attacking you. 2-minute cooldown on that. And paranoia. Really not going to be useful in this particular quest, but just in case we are in an area where there are sneaking mobs, this will allow us to detect it. But it generally only works best when you're standing still or moving extremely slow. So anyway, the unintended use for possum impersonation is that if you happen to actually be moving and something locks onto you, in other words, it's starting to aggro you, if you spam it, it will make them lose aggro on you and return to its home spot, and it can be a lifesaver. So anyway, there's a couple of things that I like to set up before I start going, particularly on some of the more dangerous quests. Under UI settings, about in the middle, show skill queue. I don't normally have that set up on my character, so it isn't in that Arkenstone file. So anyway, I also like to make sure that it's sitting right above my head. And well, what's that going to do? Well, I'm about to show you, because against maybe a not so dangerous aggro creature like a wolf, hopefully this is one up here. Yes, there we go. we'll be able to give you a demonstration of how this works. Okay, so now it's locked on, and now it hasn't. Okay, and actually, it did get a swipe in on me, but it missed. But anyway, you notice how quickly it lost aggro on me. And I'm going to go ahead and speed things up a little bit here. Oh, okay, well, go, jump. Okay, I was hitting the space bar. I don't know what was happening. But anyway, it can be a lifesaver. It did lose aggro. It did return to where it was from, and it stopped attacking us. So that was the good thing. And that shows you the value of when you're going through a dangerous area, make sure you got your finger or your mouse button with your finger on the mouse button, ready to fire that when you need to. And in fact, it did save us a few times in the last quest, free range. So anyway, we're heading all the way to Minas Tirith, as it says right here. Okay, and we have 8 hours to do it in. It's not going to take all 8 hours. I may be, I may be off on my prediction that it'll be 2.5 hours. It may be 3. It may be 3.5. I don't know. We'll see. But anyhow, sure my volumes are turned up. It seemed like they were a little bit low there. I don't know if that affected the. Well, it might have, because I think that was my microphone volume there. Anyway, I should have checked that before I started, and I apologize. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to try as much as I can to make sure that we keep that going as much as possible. Now, if we're going through some dangerous areas, I might want to save it in case we do need to try and make an escape from some monsters. In this particular quest, the things that I'm most scared of are the mountain mobs. So when we start heading into Rohan and into Gondor, the places where there are mountain mobs, I will be extremely careful and very watchful. And yes, I'll be saving that Foulfleetness for when it's time to get away. But not so much Rohan, believe it or not. Even though, you know, the entrance to Rohan, there's that one you got to worry about. You can avoid him by taking a little bit of a roundabout route. But Gondor, maybe not so much. But anyway, our job once we get to Minas Tirith is to commit suicide. Yes, to jump off the prow, much like Denethor did. He did, didn't he? Like burning flames and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we are going to do that. And we will get that title for doing it. And yeah, it will automatically be, you know, given life again or whatever. Okay, so anyway, yeah, there's going to be times when perhaps I'm not talking very much, but particularly, I'm thinking that a lot of y'all have either seen me do some of the other chicken quests, or definitely had seen Great Wide Open, or you know, done these quests or whatever. So there may not be a lot of talking in a lot of these areas, since it's a very long quest. I apologize if there's areas in which I'm gonna kind of not entertain you, if you want to call what I say entertaining. But yeah, Shire, yeah, if you die in the Shire, you suck. Pretty much the same with Breeland. I've never died in Breeland. I've never died in the Lowlands either. But I have seen I've seen chickens die in the Lowlands, and can understand why it can happen. Now, these days, it is harder because we do have 158 hit points instead of the 43 that it used to be, and that those additional hit points have saved me, including on the last free range quest, because I was actually down to three hit points at one point there when I wasn't paying attention and was kind of screwing up a little bit. Okay, so we're about out of the Shire. That said, I other than demonstrating how possum impersonation works when you're moving, and I do believe that that was unintentional. Well, I'm not really sure whether it was unintentional or not, but whether it's unintentional or not, it is useful. But other than to show you that, I want to try and avoid having monsters latch onto me, even if I don't believe they can kill me. Such as even up here, because some of these creatures in Bree can actually kind of get up to the road and even cross it. In fact, I think I'd seen a boar cross the road where I'd never seen him cross before on the last quest. So. My success rate on this quest, I don't know, it's probably north of 50%. But anyway, if it does end up a success, it'll end up on the Let's Play, and if it doesn't, I'll put it on the miscellaneous playlist. And well, I'm hoping, obviously, that I can get through. But yeah, it's a much higher success rate than it is with free range. Yeah, it could be like 60, 70%, something like that. And I actually do have somewhat of a new route going that I like much better than the old route that I had. It actually comes from being a little bit more familiar with Dunland. And just in case you don't know, as a chicken, you do not have access to world chat. Or, well, you do have access to it, but I think you can only talk to other chickens. And these days, it's kind of a rarity, unless you actually have worked up a group of chickens and whatever to have more than one. I always try and solo these quests. A little bit of pride for me to be able to solo them. Especially since there are some people that perhaps think that they aren't soloable. Particularly the last one, free range. But it is. And you can look at my last 2 videos and see it. So. Whee! Yeah, if I do end up dying, I think it'll probably be a good full day before I start it again. Yeah, I've got other things I want to do on the computer, and it's about bedtime, or it'll be bedtime. And then there's the LSU Alabama game. Go Tigers! I think we get them this year. Joe Burrow. The first time I ever did this quest, I'd never been beyond the Trollshaws as a player. So all these zones I was learning for the first time, and I still haven't been through all these zones as a player. So, you know, definitely. I tell you what, I used to take a right over there. I don't know why I missed it this time. It's just me being so used to taking this way. I think it's a little bit longer this way. And which reminds me, I'm forgetting to speed this thing up. And that probably won't be the first time I forget to speed this thing up. I hope y'all aren't screaming at me. Hey, go ahead. Foul fleetness, fire it off. What are you doing? Kind of in my own little world, thinking about work and the game coming up today and all of that. So. This time of day, the server looks like it's pretty dead right now. I think we run across a single player, even running through Bree. That's again, this is Gladden, so I'm kind of thinking it's not a very populated server. It's just what I'm noticing so far. I'm not really. Most of my plays probably been on Landerval, so. Yeah, I've played all of the. Oh, by the way, I'm not even worried about these guys, and it's not because, you know, I think they're weak or anything, because they are kind of. It's this. They're all threateners, so I mean, I'm just gonna go in a straight line, just kind of making a shortcut to the yellow tree. And unusual. It's like I'm hearing some rumbling. It's coming from the game. What's going on with that? Anyway, there's the yellow tree. Don't know where that rumbling was coming from. I'll tell you what. Brimber, yeah, apparently somebody was fighting boars in the field there, and that was them attacking them. So, okay, that's what that noise was. I'm just kind of checking out how the recording's going for the stream. Okay, evening. So we're going to be at nighttime for a while. So, which is cool. I think I'm actually going to enjoy going through the Trollshaws at night because I can prove some of what I've read on the internet wrong. And it's that people try and actually time when they go through the Trollshaws because there's trolls out at night. Well, guys, I'm going to walk right under those trolls' feet and not even sweat it. You know why? Because they're threateners. As long as I keep moving, I'm fine. They aren't even going to attack me. Okay, so now that we've entered the Lowlands, yeah, about the only area I worry about the most is kind of the middle section, which is named Edith. The mobs have a tendency to come up close to the road and cross the road, and you have to be very careful. And in fact, the last quest, I was kind of talking and not really paying attention to where I was going, went right by a mob, and thankfully my finger was near the keyboard and I was able to start spamming possum impersonation and get them off me right away before they even got a hit in on me. So my quick reflexes saved me, but oof, that was a scare, and especially since it was at the very tail end of a 4.5 hour quest. as in within 10 minutes of finishing it. So I would have been very mad if I'd have gotten killed at that particular point. But just goes to show you, you need to pay attention pretty much the whole time, but it's tough to do on such a long quest, and especially I am kind of streaming, so in essence I am kind of walking and chewing bubblegum at the same time, and sometimes I fail at it. I don't know. But at least so far I'm doing a decent job of remembering to keep the quest sped up a little bit. Alright, so here we are heading into Nanedith, so I'm going to pay a little bit of attention. It's going to be, you know, a few hundred yards before we, or a few hundred meters. We really still have to start worrying, but you'll start to see these guys next to the road. There's always at least one or two. See, right there's our first culprit. Now, sometimes it's a bird, sometimes it's a half-orc. In this case, it's a half-orc. He might be ranged, so I need a little extra. But yeah, see that guy behind me getting a little close to the road? Yeah, but these, you know, mobs for the most part are spread apart fairly well, so you can. It's not a problem at all, and certainly not enough of a trouble spot where I would want to hold my my speed boost. But, yeah, once I get through here, that's pretty much it for the most part. I've seen some mobs get close to the road further on than this, but you know, not much further. And pretty much when we're past, you know, the turn to Osgurth, you know, when that little arrow there is like straight north. Oh, that, yeah, well, that is the almost straight north at least. That's when that camp was obviously very near Osgurth, right outside the east border there. You know, by then, you know, you kind of take it easy until. I don't know, maybe a good long while, actually. I do sweat, you know, going down the Ford of Brunnen a little bit. So, and you know, there might be a better path of getting through the Trollshaws, but I actually just like to take the Brunnen on down until we can take that path that goes on to, is it Enidwife, I believe? I've always said that I wasn't a big fan of the music in North Downs. I think I'm going to tack on Lowlands to it. But thank God, well, thank the Lord, the next zone is some of my favorite music. Sleepy. I didn't have to fight that off, apparently. When you get sleepy, you can start not paying attention when you need to. Eregion. Or Regian. That was the zone I was trying to think of, not Enid Wife. Enid Wife is the zone beneath Eregion, so yeah. Oh, half hour in, so. Yep, you need patience to do these quests. You don't have patience and the will to get something done. You're not going to do well. Plus, initially at least a little bit of the will to experiment and fail and learn from your failures. Because failure can cost you a bit of time in this game, in these quests. There we go, first troll. Just show you how harmless they are. See, we survived. And we'll survive this one too. up there, Fort of Rohan, so I start heading south. Stay up on land as much as I can because the water will slow us down. Okay, so anyway, down around here-ish, I think, is kind of where we're gonna go through it. Now, like I said, there may be a more efficient way of doing this on land, but I just haven't figured out what it is yet. So in the meantime, I have figured out that this is somewhat safe, so you do have to kind of keep an eye on these guys entering the water because they can actually maybe go a little bit faster than you. So keep an eye on them. Try and keep a little bit further away from them than you normally would, I guess. Okay, so we can maybe go along shore for a little bit, speed things up, especially since I have the speed boost going. Okay, but there's some point at which we're going to have to give way for the red dots. Like right up here, I think you got the groups of frogs there. So yeah, like I said, let's give them a wide berth. Okay, so we've got a little bit of land we can use. Kind of see where we're at here. Yep, it's heading on down. In general, you know, when we see that little shack there on the right, that's pretty much right along the other side of the river is where that path starts. Head to Erugian, so yeah, we're gonna have to. There's toads on those shores, so I'm gonna start heading a little bit left over here to make sure we stay away from them. Yeah, these guys look like they're scattered a little bit, so. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Okay, and there's pretty much the shack I was talking about. So over here on the other side of these rocks is where we're going to want to jump back on land at. Okay, and on this, you see the toads over there. You might actually see some of them start to maybe come after us a little bit. Close to those toads than we've been, but then again, I think we're taking enough of a wide berth where they're not. But I have had them kind of sort of follow me a little bit, and you know, since we're going slow on the water, it does kind of maybe scare you a little bit. So anyway, there's the cottage, and there's the path we're looking for. Okay. And which reminds me to go ahead and speed up. Oh, we got a rockworm. Okay, well, let's not speed up yet. Okay, so anyway, let's head over here and see if we have enough to get by him onto that path. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, now we'll kick it up. Do you have to maybe watch? There's like a log over here, and if you kind of misjudge it, you may end up dropping off the log right here. Okay. Oh, whoa, where am I? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I almost jumped off the damn log. I was saying, watch out for this, as I was about to do it. But anyway. Okay, so once you got past that, it's no problem. You just kind of follow the path into Eregion, and you follow the path as long as you can into maybe central Eregion, and then you pretty much have to just start heading. It's in a southerly direction. Make sure I wasn't falling off a cliff there. It's a generally southerly direction, and I'll show you on the map where you kind of pointed towards. Okay, so we're on the Eregion map now. So anyway, we're going to be following, let's see, make sure I'm going the right way here. Yeah, we're going to be following this path all the way down here to Eregion, and then, okay, let's see. Yep. So anyway, if we take a right, we end up going to the city over here, but yeah, following this path. Yeah, what I always like to do is I'll stop at Eregion and kind of we'll take note of our surroundings and try and figure out where we're going from there. Look at the point we're going for and basically see the direction we're going to be going into. But just before we get to Eregion, this path's going to kind of just fade away. So you need to just kind of head towards it. I think by then you'll have an arrow that'll... In fact, we even have that arrow already, pointing us in the right direction. So anyway, let's see. Yeah, we can cut across. Strictly follow the... Okay, I don't like the sound of those trees. Anyway, yeah, rather than strictly follow the path, I took the little shortcut, but considering that I heard the tree about to pre-attack me, I was getting a little scared there. But anyway, yeah, here's about where the path is going to start ending. And in general, you're just going to head towards that arrow. And you will have some mob dodging to do. And as well as some ditches that you have to go through and then climb back up on the other side. And sometimes you can't climb very well, but that's a problem here through the rest, well, most of the rest of Eregion, but also when you get into Enidwife, you'll have some, well, not so much ditches as you will kind of ridges that you have to kind of climb up and down on. But yeah, these guys can move a little bit fast, so you know, just try and keep a wide berth. Pick your way and just generally go in the direction of Eshit Eregion, which that arrow's pointing you to. And there it is. Okay, so I've been pretty much moving constantly since I left, so now's the first time I'm just going to kind of just sit here and kind of point out my path. Now, it's pretty much just about due south of us there, you know, around in there. So anyway, yeah, pretty much due south, maybe a little bit to the west. Okay, I heard some noises there. I'm going to see if anything was going on. Anyway, so let's go. And yeah, once again, you'll be picking your path a little bit, so and there are some kind of landmarks I'll be kind of looking for here, and I'll kind of show you them when I see them, but in the meantime, I'm just kind of busy dodging the red dots here. But okay, yeah, up here there's going to be kind of like some kind of settlement on a rock up here or something, but generally I kind of pass on the left hand side of it. I guess I could pass it. I've passed on the right hand side as well, but yeah, I'm kind of heading more in the easterly direction than I perhaps want to, so I'm gonna maybe want to head back to the west, and I think that's what I'm looking for right there. So anyway, just pick a side to go on, and as long as you see that thing, you're kind of heading in the right direction. I'll pass on the I have it on my right as I pass it, so. Okay, let's see. Yeah, now I gotta head more to the right. I'm just kind of, yeah, we're good. Yeah, let's pass through here. Bit of concentration of mobs over by that fort there. You know, sometimes those rocks will kind of put you a little closer to the mobs than perhaps you want to, but ooh, I don't like going this close to them. I had my finger ready to spam if I needed it to. Okay, so anyway, yeah, there's a spot you want to go through these mountains through that are up ahead of you. So let's see. I'm gonna maybe kick up my camera a little. Oh, whoa! That guy popped up out of nowhere, and yes, I did get rid of him. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That was our first close call. But yeah, through these mountains, I think, you know, you're starting to see it where it kind of goes into that little valley there. That's where you kind of, I think, aiming for. These trees are in the way, so I can't really show you. But yeah, about right in here-ish, yeah. Yeah, we'll see it. There'll actually be a flag popped up to kind of show you the paths where you need to go through. And I think it's there or there, so we'll see. Goal had, and where's the flag? We'll ought to see the flag pop up here pretty shortly. There it is. Okay. Kind of head for the flag. I think that's the way I do it. And yeah, there ought to be a pass through here. Over here, I should be able to turn to the right and get through. looks like here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to be coming up on this river. Kind of take a note of where we're at. So yeah, probably just about due south. We'll kind of see. It's really, when you get to the river, you kind of see where you're really at. But usually on the left, it's kind of, rocky and you can't get up on the other shore. But if you head a little bit to the west, you should be able to. So at least that's the way it usually looks when I come to the river. So we're coming up on it, and once we cross the river, then we're going to start heading into Enidwaith, our next zone. Okay, that guy's going that way, so I'm going to kind of go against the direction he's going. Okay, and see, that ought to be the river up ahead of us, yep. See, that actually isn't a gully like it has, or is it? No, that is the river. So you see, yeah, rocky over here. Hold on. That's the path, though. Okay, yeah, I actually did this once. I kind of headed a little too far east, but I found this path. So that actually helps us out, I think. Now, once we get on the other side, we're going to start heading west anyway, but I like having that path. So let's jump in the river and head towards that path. That path, yeah. That's what we really should be looking for, right there. Yeah, right there. And technically we are in Enidwaith now, so okay. Okay, so there's no mobs around. Let's just kind of take a look here. Yeah, this road's going to kind of lead back this way towards this city, I guess, Esha Degaris. But it has a little cutoff that kind of goes this way. Okay, as we get here, we want to head straight southwest. Now, if we kind of head more in a northerly direction, that's where you do have some hidden mobs. So we want to avoid that at all costs. So no further north than southwest, straight southwest, as I have actually died a couple of times to those sneaky mobs. Okay, let me uncap this water. Excuse me. Now, if I wanted to, I could have stopped at Ashadaregian for a pee break, but didn't really need to. Although one of the, even if I don't have a pee break, I may need to actually grab some more water at some point. Okay, so we're coming up to the fork in the road, I believe. Not quite yet, but yeah, there's Esha Daggeris up there. So anyway, in this little field before him, there ought to be a left turn for us to take. And kind of the same as when we're coming in on Ashadaregian, this path's going to actually end, and that's when we're going to start heading southwest as much as we can. Past this one mob, and I'll just start heading southwestish. And yeah, you'll notice we have these little rises to go up, and we may even notice that it may make it difficult to actually dodge some of these mobs. You have to be real careful at how we pick our way. And yes, I've been kind of so concentrated on dodging mobs that I've been forgetting to do the speed boost. But I don't think I missed too much. Usually I'm a lot worse at the speed boost than that. So. Okay. And so far we haven't really hit the bumps. They ought to be coming up soon though. Okay. And there they are. And you notice, you know, given a choice, I generally tend to want to go to the left rather than the right. And that's, like as I said, generally trying to keep us away from the sneaking mobs. So. Okay, music changing a little bit. So, and those birds aren't aggro, which is good. So. Okay, let me go south here. Truth be told, I think this is a little further south than I usually like to go, but I think that's a good thing. And, you know, now it's just going to keep climbing and falling and climbing and falling and... Just because I know that there are some sneaking mobs nearby, though, I do have my finger ready to try and get rid of them if I need to. But the bad thing about it is I think they're actually sneaking range mobs, so you can't really get rid of sneaking range mobs that well. So, okay, so yeah, here we go, the road. Okay, so we made it. That was a little bit of a dangerous part, but it's nowhere near as dangerous as it's going to get as when we start facing these mounted mobs. But that won't really be till Gondor. We have one to kind of avoid in Rohan, but in Gondor, yeah. That's when things will start getting a little nervous, and of course that... When we get into Gondor, that means we're close to our objective, so the further along we go in this long quest, the more it's going to hurt if we fail it. Okay, so anyway, just nothing to do but just go on, follow the road, don't leave the road. Nothing really gets close to the road here. And we're going to keep going on the road in Dunland, and when we get a chance to take the left to head into Galtrev, we'll take it. And, you know, Galtrev will make us a little bit more nervous, I guess. Well, not Galtrev, but Dunland will make us a little bit nervous than Enidwaith, you know, particularly the road in Enidwaith. So, the mobs are a little bit more unpredictable there, and probably more prone to get near the road, particularly very near Galtrev. So, but again, if you're paying attention, it should be no problem avoiding them. And the real problem is going to be getting through the Pass of Rohan. Even then, you know, once you've made it so far, you pretty much got it. The Gap of Rohan. That. So I don't know. You just kind of notice that the sky's light out, but it's showing it's before dawn. So I guess, yeah. So I'm guessing it'll be daylight for the rest of it. But some of these zones can get kind of dark in Gondor. So even if it's daytime out. But if I had to choose a time to actually leave, yeah, that would probably be it. When we left, you know, it's a good time. You know, I said some people may be scared of actually going through the Trollshaws at night, but I think we timed it just perfectly. We probably hit them during the late watches. If anything, I think I would have liked to have had light earlier, to where, you know, when I was going through Eregion, but whatever. Better to have it in Gondor than Eregion, so. Okay, so we're in over an hour now. An hour and 3, hour and 4 minutes. I'm glad you actually got to see a real use of sorry, I'm bad with names. Y'all got to see a real use of possum impersonation there. Me be able to shake off a mob for real. That guy just popped out of nowhere. Yeah, I think I'd do a water run when we get to Galtrev. So we're almost into Dunland. There we go. Nice good straightaway to kind of take a look at the map. We're going to go down here and yeah, take that left into Galtrev. And once we're in Galtrev, I'll kind of show you our route, you know, going through the rest of Dunland and into the Gap of Rohan. I'll show you the old route I used to take and the new route I used to take, and if any of y'all are you know, have done this quest, you know, maybe let me know what y'all have done and, you know, which one you prefer. But I think I like my new one a lot better. It makes it a lot shorter and just easier. Well, I didn't think of it earlier to even try to go through. I think it was because I had a bad experience trying to go through there. I actually died, I think. I ran into a bunch of mobs and I didn't know how to get around them, and because I wasn't as familiar with the area, I became more familiar with the area, and I was like, you know, if I'd have just stuck with that another time, I'd probably figure it out. And instead, I ended up going the long route, and you know, I learned how to do the long route, but it did add a little bit of an element of danger. that perhaps isn't in that other route, as long as, you know, as long as I pay attention. So there's our turn off. Yep. Okay, got to pay a little bit of attention once you made this turn off, at least until you get through the gate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up to the other side of Galtrev to where we're almost heading out the gate, and then I'll just stop there and put up my BRB screen and run for my water. It probably won't take any more than a minute, minute and a half, and I'll be right back once we get there. But that's still like a minute or two off before we even get there. Ruthless Tom. Right the first time, duh. I think I did. Yep. Dude. Okay, so let's wait here. I'll go ahead and put up my screen, and I'll see you in about a minute, minute and a half. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. So let's go ahead and, well, we're going to take a look at the map first. So once we get out of Galtrev, we'll start heading east along here and then down into Gravenwood. Now, there's pretty much 3 exits you can go: here, here, or here. There, no way. The way I used to go was through here, but when you get into the gap, that leaves you kind of having to go all the way down here this way. But if you come through here, all you have to do is take this path over here. So that's my new way. I'm going to take the right path down here. We're going to kind of have that camp to our left, and then go this way down into the Gap of Rohan. And before we get to this city, just before, there's that little path that leads off, and we'll head right in over into the gap and then head into Rohan. So that's going to be our path. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick up some speed. Yeah, now parts of this are going to be a little sticky. You do have to kind of watch yourself, but once we get on that road heading east a little bit towards Rohan, it's pretty much made by then. Yeah, if we get by there, it's pretty much guaranteed we're going to make it to Gondor. And by the way, just in case there's some of y'all that are just watching this and not the other chicken play videos, I do have an option checked. I think it's under input that my camera aligns to the slope, and that's basically, you know, why you don't see me doing this a lot, you know, all the time. I don't use my mouse a lot to travel. You know, some of y'all I know probably do this, but that's not me. You know, I'm obviously using WASD or my arrow keys down here, depending on which hand I want to use. Sometimes I lean back like this, sometimes I do this, and I can move either way, and it just kind of works with me, you know. In addition, I've already talked about using my numeric keypad for my combat commands. Okay, so we're going to be turning off here pretty soon, right here, as a matter of fact. Okay, and that's going to kind of lead us towards that other stable master, the other camp. Ooh, pixelated on those trees there, a little bit more than normal. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to maybe hold off my speed boost. You know, this area is going to make me a little bit nervous, so check the map here. Yeah, we got that camp coming up. We want to head don't want to head up the hill towards the camp, but you know, you will have a little bit of dodging to do on these red dots here to get through to the Gap of Rohan. So So yeah, we see that camp to our left. Couple of birds over there. Avoiding them. But yeah, these mobs are, you know, get up to the road, cross it, you know, be right on it, be in your way. You have to get off the road from time to time just to avoid them and to kind of pick your way through. Try not to get too close, you know the deal. You know, The whole time I'm running through here, I've got my finger ready to spam get out of trouble if we need it. And I'm pretty sure that there's no, you know, sneaking mobs here, so. Just, you know, sometimes you're getting a little closer to these red dots than perhaps you're comfortable with. And at a certain point, they're just going to kind of stop. But just be careful until they do. Okay, yeah, oh, okay, let me go this way. Just about to the end of these mobs, so just about. Closer than I wanted to. Okay, now we're entering Isendale. So I think once we pass these two, well, hold on. I see another guy up there. So yeah, I'm speaking way too early. That red dot's moving with a bit of speed. Okay, so anyway, yeah, there's more. But wait, there's more. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so anyway. Just before you head into the camp, yeah, this road is the road we need to take. So, to kind of show you, there will be some more mob dodging in here, so, you know, don't think we're totally safe. But, matter of fact, I kind of forgotten about it a little bit. But, yeah, now that I see some mobs here, yeah, you're going to still pay attention here. Matter of fact, I'm still not going to use my speed boost, so. I'd actually use my speed boost until we get back into Rohan, but you guys can see why I'm a little bit nervous here, but I'm a little bit scared, but I'm not really. I mean, you know, I'm pretty confident we'll get through here. see where we're at. Yep. Go ahead and hit a speed boost. Moorhound's right in the middle of the road there. Take a little bit of a fall here, but yeah. I really wasn't expecting that hound to be in the middle of the road. That was on that little narrow gap there, yeah. Okay, but speaking of gaps, right up there, Gap of Rohan. That is the real Gap of Rohan. This little ford here would be a place where a great battle took place in Lord of the Rings, if I remember correctly. That dog somehow gets in the way a little bit, some way, you know, may keep you from getting into the gap, but yeah, we got it. Okay, so boom, we're in Rohan. Okay. So kind of take a look around here. Yeah, we're going to be taking the road. Actually, we're going to be taking the road south of Martin into the little ruins over here, and then we kind of get back on it here because they got that little mounted mob there. But then we're just going to cross over there into Kingstead, and from there we'll see where we go. Okay, now I notice some mounted mobs there, some war bands. Okay. Okay, let's go this way. And yes, I'll turn on a little speed because we'll be away from the road. Generally, this mounted mob I'm worried about operates on the road and north of the road. So as long as we and I'm almost always go through this at night, so it's kind of unusual for me to go through during the day. Yeah, this is, yeah, I'll just run through these ruins, and that way I'll totally avoid that mounted mob. And yeah, once I made it through, once I see that little four-way up there, I'm gonna start heading for it. So just keep going through this way. That's where I'm at. Yeah. Okay. That's a three-way, not a four-way, but anyway. Okay, so we'll schedule the next speed boost, and it's going to be pretty much a breeze going through Rohan. And even the first part of Gondor is going to be okay. Music, where's the music? I enjoy the music in these areas. Thank you. Checking out where that warband was. It's kind of close to the road, I guess, but... I don't think I've ever had a problem with warbands running into the road, at least not in Rohan, but... And we can see Edoras in front of us. Okay, so now we've made it into Kingstead. We get to the crossroads up here. We're obviously not going to be heading into Edoras, but we'll take a right here once we cross the river. And then I kind of pop up the map and we can see where we'll be going, because we only really go through these two zones here in Rohan before we start heading into Gondor, so... Okay, so we're at our turn, so let's take a look at it. So anyway, we're going to head south, and we're going to have the river on our right the whole way. And anyway, we're going to go through Under Harrow. You'll see a little town there, and notice there's a couple of milestones here. And then once we get here, we're going to start hitting some switchbacks to head to Dunharrow, and then we'll start heading south into the Paths of the Dead, which technically, at least as far as this game is concerned, is in Gondor. So, and that makes sense because those are Gondorian soldiers that are whose spirits are tormenting in there. So. Okay, so now we're getting kind of close, I guess, to turn off to where we're going to start going through these switchbacks. I like these tents. They're cool looking. Okay. So here we go. Switchback upon switchback upon switchback upon switchback until we get to the top. We having fun yet? Oh, for a freaking title. Oh, and 4,000, whatever. So I think might have been our last switchback. Into this, it is, and once we get into the meat of Dunharrow, we'll start heading in a more southerly direction towards the paths of the dead. Now up here ahead, you may have to watch the mobs a little bit as you're heading into the entrance to the paths of the dead. And you start to see, we're starting to get mobs a lot closer to us than we've ever had in the entirety of all Rohan. So, yeah, it's not too much to sweat. That was probably the worst part there, but even then, when we get close to the entrance, we may have to, dodge a few more. So, Dimholt, yes. So now it gets a little dark, even though it's still daylight out. right now, right there, we're looking at the entrance. So, maybe. I think I'm looking at it wrong. There we go. Okay, yeah. See that mob there? That's as close as we're getting. So anyway, yeah, we're there. So we made Gondor. The dark door. And there's no danger in this zone. It's spooky, yes. You're going to see some spirits flying around here, there, wherever, but no danger at all. There we go. Just to kind of show you the map. So we're going to Blackroot Vale. Real short zone here, though. Probably the shortest one we had. As a matter of fact, there's the exit. Okay. So, yeah, I should have been speeding through there. I've been forgetting that a little bit. So we'll hopefully get back onto that a little bit, because it's going to be a little while before we start to see a little bit of danger here or there. There is some other danger besides the mounted mobs that you do have to worry about. There's like a burning city up here we have to go through where there's a whole bunch of mobs in it. But that's still a ways off. This zone is fine. So anyway, we're going to kind of take that left turn and head towards Lamedon. I don't even think it's really worth, stopping just to kind of take a look at the map and point it out to you. Pretty sure you see where I'm going from that. Because, the other option would be down towards the Haven of Belfaless, and yeah, we're not going to the houses of the rich and famous, no. Our crossroads. Now, at some points here, the paths can be a little bit hard to try and pick out. But you know, if you pay attention, you should be able to figure out what's going on, and you know, maybe even check the map if you need to. What time it is? Yeah. Yeah, and I think between here and switching to the next map section, for some reason, it doesn't switch until well after you think it should. So, you know, it'll be a while before we end up on, what is it, Lamedon's map? Close to bedtime. Yeah, right now I'm thinking, why aren't we the other map yet? We've still got a little further to go on this map, though. So now we're on the other map. You know, we're gonna head straight through this little town here, and we're gonna, you know, just take the main thing over the river. But once we get here, we're gonna take this path, then over here, and then head on into Central Gondor. No danger in the zone whatsoever. That war band. See ya. here, yeah, instead of going over the river and then go over the river again, we're going to take that right path before we get to the second crossing. Otherwise, we'll end up going through the city. It's a little bit of a longer detour. Save time going this way. The shorter of the two ways. So. Crossing the river, and at some point you'll end up joining the other path again. Just heading south, and then from there you've got an eastern tack to take to get to central Gondor. Two paths meet up, and up here we're going to take the left. Should be just about ready to switch over zones here pretty shortly. Ringlow Vale. Okay, so even though it's daytime, it's a little bit dark here. Okay, and we'll have the town of Ethring to go through. And then the path south of there is going to be a little bit hard to pick out. So we're actually on our speed boost right now, so I'm going to pay attention to that. Yeah, we do have some mobs off the beaten path here, so I don't want to lose too much attention. But yeah, Dor and Ernell is the next zone we'll be going to, way down to our south, so it's pretty straightforward to see where we're going. We will have to worry about some mobs somewhat close to the road, but like I said, the challenge is going to be to pick out the road from time to time, particularly south of the city. So it can be a little confusing once you do get to this town, how to get through it, but hopefully I remember. So obviously we're going to cross this, well, not obviously, I think there's a couple of bridges. This first one will cross over. No, there's two. That's just the further bank of it. Not that I'm really familiar with this place. I've never been here as a player, so. Okay. So, really not that confusing getting through here, right? Pretty straightforward. Maybe I was thinking of further on down the line. I think I was. Okay, so far the path is straightforward, but it is gonna start to get a little hazier here. Already starting to maybe, well, not yet. Am I not remembering this correctly? It seems to be a fairly straightforward path so far. And maybe just we have to go a little bit further. Now I'm starting to question my sanity. This is an easy to pick out path. You know, it could have been my last monitor. You know, it just, for some reason, it just wasn't as bright as this monitor is. I'm still, I don't know. Wow. Well, I'm not complaining too much, but put a plain path in front of me where I thought there wasn't one. Okay, sure. I'll take it. I got my zones mixed up. There's a lot of zones here in Gondor we gotta go through, so could be. Okay, so we're here, and I think we have to take this turn. Yep, to the left. Okay, and yes, this is where we kind of find a burning village. So, yeah, there's a few mobs here, probably involved in actually burning the village. If you follow the path straight through, you'll end up running right into one of them. So you gotta veer off the path. Past that one mob there, we could probably rejoin the path again. Okay. And from there, we're going to take the southern path on into Lynn here. And then we'll take it out to Lower Lebanon. have to worry about any mounted mobs yet in Gondor. But it's coming. And yes, we just passed 2 hours, didn't we? Yeah. 2 hours and 2 minutes or so. Taking the southern path, yep. So I'm kind of thinking 2.5 hours is a little bit optimistic, but not too far off the mark. I could see 2:45. I don't remember looking into that bay and seeing all those ships. Again, maybe I had a crappy monitor last time I did this quest. I'm seeing that mob that was behind me kind of get onto the road there, so I wasn't really expecting that. And judging on how far they are from the road, they might actually be mounted mobs. So I don't know, I'm starting to get a little scared here. Like this dot over to my right, if I see him moving fast, I'm gonna maybe run for it. Actually, I don't have my speed boost, so that wouldn't be an option. Okay, so we are in Lynn here. Let's see, so I think sometimes I have a little trouble getting through here, but yeah, I think our first turn is to the right. Yep. And this way. I actually died on the eastern gate of this city once, and I'll tell you how. As a matter of fact, we're going to start into the, I already remember it now. We're going to start into the mounted mobs here pretty soon. I'll show you where I died and how much it sucked dying there. Okay, hold on. Here's how I know we had mounted mobs. Because, okay, here we go. Here's the gate out of here, right? So I just kind of stood right here, right? And I went to the bathroom or something to grab some water or something, right? Apparently somebody rode in here with a mounted mob on his tail. And that mounted mob came in and killed me, standing right here. I was like, really? Really, dude? But anyway, we've changed maps. So we're on the Lebanon map. And we're going to end up going towards Pellennor. But anyway, all along this route, mounted mobs on each side of it. So you just have to watch yourself. So anyway, I'm going to save my speed boost for trying to get away from these guys. If one of them kind of looks like they're getting near me, but if they latch onto me, there's nothing to do besides just play dead and actually use possum impersonation as it was meant to be used, because I don't think these guys could be shaken off with that other trick. So yeah, this is going to be one of my more nervous areas getting through, and I have died here before a couple times, I believe, actually in the field. That doesn't include the time that I died back there. So. enough talking to you guys. I'm probably going to remain silent as I'm kind of paying attention to what these dots are doing. So they can move fast, being mountain mobs and such. And in general, if anybody's just kind of riding through there and bringing these suckers to the road, he's probably just going to kill me and not even know I'm here and not even really care. But you know, I mean, I don't know. This server's not very crowded, so the chances of that, or at least it seems to me that it's not very crowded, so the chances of that are a little bit reduced. So you know, thank the Lord for that. But yeah, I mean, every once in a while, I mean, a couple times, maybe half the time I go through here, these mobs just scare me and I have to stop and see what their intentions are, see where they're going, and they'll end up getting close to the road, and yeah. But this is not going to be the last time that I'm going to be scared of mountain mobs. Let's see behind me. Behind me, yeah. Guys up on the road. Thank God I got through before he started doing that. But yeah, even when we get to the Pellennor fields, there's mountain mobs there. I've actually died on the Pellennor fields too. So, yeah. But if we get here, we'll have increased our chances of getting through this quest successfully. And if we get through here, it'll really suck if we don't finish it successfully. Oh, see, over to my right, over to my right. I don't like it. I'm going. Okay, so I used my speed boost, but it looked like he didn't latch onto me anyway. But I might as well run the speed boost as long as it'll go. I'm going to be nervous not having it anymore, but at least I'm going to make it as much distance as I can while I got it going. This guy to my right, he's making me a little nervous, but yeah, okay, I got there. Okay, so anyway, that was probably the most dangerous area anyway, probably. But at least I still have Possum impersonation. And for some reason I also fired off Bob and Weave too. I think that was in case he ended up getting close as well. But I think I did it on purpose. I just didn't really register that I was doing it consciously. Subconsciously I did it on purpose. That doesn't make sense, does it? Or I'm making excuses. Okay, warband off to my right. Where it's what, less than 30 seconds before I get my speed boost back, so that's good. Yeah, I'm not, you know, I want to pop up the map, but at the same time, these mobs as close to the road as they are and as quick as they can get to the road, yeah, I don't want to really. So there we go. Okay, all right, go. Come on. Well, I had to use escape there. For some reason, I ended up coming off the M key. Okay. Wondering if I turned my floaty names off. I didn't. And that's it. I don't know. It's chicken play anyway. Who cares if I have floaty names? Up on the turn. I think even on the turn you still see these mounted mobs off to the side of the road, so you know. But, I think that one on my right is probably the last one. Oh, okay, see, I was wrong. Okay, well, you see behind me, that second to last guy, a little closer there. Okay, now, yeah, this is a little confusing getting through here, but you know, you can take your time, figure it out, do what you got to do. actually a route I don't take very much. I kind of take the bridge that's to the south of us there, but this actually looks like a better route to take. To tell you the truth, less confusing. Okay, so that gets me to the center island, and it should be no problem getting to the other side, to the eastern side. Have to climb the stairs for that. No, I don't. There's only one bridge over there. Sure, there may be two, but damn if I'm taking the other one. Okay, let me take the stairs up. Seeing parts of Pellennor I've never seen before. Okay, so we're second over here. Okay, yeah, okay, I've been here. Okay, so all right, we'll end up heading into Upper Lebanon here pretty shortly. There we go. We are now into Eastern Gondor. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to end up taking, let's see, let's not get away from these mobs here. Okay. I'm going to end up taking a left up here. Pretty sure that if we kept straight, we'd end up into some burning areas. I don't know, but I always end up taking this left and kind of following that water along, and you know, we want to end up going to that northeast section where that bridge leads over to the next area. Okay. To my left's moving a little fast, but yeah, I don't think these are mounted mobs, or if they are, they've never given me trouble yet. So, you know, and maybe I've been lucky, and maybe I'll continue to be lucky, but yeah, up here I'm going to take a right before we get to the water. And, yeah, follow this along up here, and take that up here to this bridge on into Lossonark. So we're going to take the northern way into there. So anyway, let's kick up some speed. Since I probably could have done it in Pellennor too, but then again, my attention was trying to get through there properly. Okay, so up here is going to be our turn to the right. Take that turn up into that city there. We're just passing through. Pretty good chance we'll make it to Pellennor Fields. Will we make it through it? Stay tuned. I sure as hell hope so. I think the next map is where we have Harland, and then after that, Pellennor Fields. So anyway, we need to make our next left. Yep. There you go. Alrighty. How clear the paths were this time. I don't know whether the devs have dumped something to it or something, but you know, I don't know. Made a liar out of me. Okay, so Menlos. Head this way. Okay, and that's where the bridge is. So, the other side of the bridge, we'll find ourselves into LOTRO. Okay. So let's just kind of stop here. Well, I don't want to waste my my boom there. So let's use it while we can, and then we can kind of stop and look at our map. So anyway, we see that we're right here, and we're going to head up here, and then take the road to the right and on up to Harland. I'm going to take Harland to the left to get to Pellennor Fields. And once we get into Pellennor Fields, there's one mounted rider we have to kind of watch out for till we get on this path here. Once we're there, we're still not out of the woods as far as mounted riders go, but we'll keep an eye on that one guy and keep our distance from him, and maybe even our speed boost so that we can get away with him at least attempt to get away from him if we need to. So anyway, looking for our next turn. It's going to be a right up here. Okay, but it looks like maybe there's two rights. Yeah, we'll take the second one. Okay. So yeah. Next turn we take a left, and that'll lead us right up to Harland. So pretty straightforward from here on how to get to Minas Tirith. Now there's going to be a whole bunch of mobs around Harland, and we're going to have to do a little dodging, but it's no problem. And there's a little piece of wall that's kind of between Harland and the Pellennor Fields that we're going to jump between. Before we do, we need to find the location of that mounted mob and make sure that we avoid his wrath. So yeah, we're now on the road to Harland. I said we're not going to go through there, but you'll find it's impossible to actually get there. At least for us to get there. time to pay attention here again, because over through here is kind of where we're going to be going. So yeah, you can't get through there. So yeah, we're going over here. Keep Harland on our right, head around the back way, and just do a little bit of red dot dodging. Not here so much, because that actually is in the town of Harland, but when we get around the corner, we'll see a few. But we'll also very shortly be able to see the hole in the fence that we can take to get to Pellennor Fields. That's it right there. Okay. As a matter of fact, I thought I would have had more mob dodging to do to actually even get to that point, but there ought to be some over here. And again, the game's going to make me a liar, isn't it? That's fine. I'd rather not have mobs there than there's one. Okay, thank you for putting one dot there. Okay, so anyway, let's locate the mob, and there it is. There's one there, one there. So anyway, let's keep kind of close to the wall. I see its dot now. Okay, we have our speed boost available, so we're good. So we're just gonna kind of hit it right here. And you know what? I can use my speed boost. I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep them. So anyway, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I used it. I don't like that he's still standing there. Got a minute for him to walk away, and I used my speed boost too. Oh my god. Oh my god. This doesn't look good. This does not look good. Move. Org Rider, move. Please don't keep standing there. Move, please. There you go. He's moving off. A little. This other guy on the other side, kind of close to the road. I think I'm good, but oh man. Okay, he moved off a little more. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, no speed boost. Okay, that was scary. Okay, now. Check the map real quick. Okay, so we're good. So anyway, yeah, there'll be that camp to our left, and we're just going to be kind of veering left to get where we need to go in these road splits. Okay. Woo! Okay. Alright, so in about 15 seconds I get my speed boost back. There's a mob coming up on me. There's a mob coming up on me. Oh, thank you, thank you. I was about to, I'd say I'd already pressed the 1, but since he moved away, I don't need to use it. I can save it. That was scary too. Yeah, I did actually die once on Pellennor Field. Oh, don't stop, don't stop. Yeah, I did actually die once on Pellennor Fields. That sucked. I mean, and it was really close to Minas Tirith. I mean, I was I mean, it was not okay. That's the path to the camp. Okay, don't take that. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, we're running on 2.5 hours now. So I think my earlier estimate of 2:45 is probably pretty close right now. assuming, because we've already had 2 scares here on Pellennor Fields. Woo. Assuming. By no means am I going to take the field. Not with all these mounted mobs running around. I think the road is probably safest. I could be wrong. Further. Okay. You see, even as far as he is, I'm just getting to the other side of the road on this one red dot here. Make it. Okay. Okay, so our last turn. And up ahead is where I died. We haven't even got to that point yet. Like he started to inch off a little bit, but man, I don't know if I want a chance going into the field opposite of where he's at. It's good that I'm standing here with all these mobs just so far away from it, because they're a good 70, 80 meters, so. He's moving. Just a little, though. Damn. Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, there will be trouble. Stay, it might be double. Okay, let's move. I could be worrying over nothing, but yes, I got a swarm following me. We all know these swarms are obviously didn't have a red dot, so yeah. See any more red dots. I think we got it. Yay! Okay. So, yeah. Don't... Really? Did I just lose connection with the server? Oh, okay, well... And there's a red dot coming in. Okay. Lord, stop. Go. I actually could have died there. I thought I was in safe areas, but okay. Anyway. Well, I got the speed boost. I'm not going. I'm pretty sure our first, our first stair is to the left. And once we get the speed boost done, I'll kind of stop and kind of show you how we're picking our way through Minas Tirith here. Okay, speed boost is done. So let's stop. So anyway, you notice these little gold areas here. Those are the stairs. So this gets from the first level to the second level. You got to go to the other end, second level to the third level, other end, third to the fourth, fourth to the fifth, fifth to the sixth, And 6th to the 7th is, I think that's it right there. But yeah, I always have trouble finding that last one. But again, we have plenty of time, like 5 hours and 29 minutes. So yeah, we're good. We're golden. So I'm pretty sure this area to our right, that's a stairway. So the end of it will start where pretty shortly, about right there, or a little further. Okay, gonna head around, and there you go, we're heading up. And yes, this place is huge. I hear it's a pain in the ass to quest here, but I'd like to find out for myself, you know. There's a lot of people that don't like questing the Shire. I do. So, but you know, a lot of back and forth and whatever. So anyway, yeah, we're heading the other direction, and we're gonna go underneath all of these neaths, as they're called. The soldier's neath. Okay, let's see where the next stair is. So we'll be kind of looking for something similar on our left this time. And you know, I might get confused somewhere here along the line, and for those of you who are more familiar with Minas Tirith, I will apologize to you ahead of time. But I'm guessing that looks like right our stairway there. So looking for the end of it. Come up here. Okay. Just do a little U-ey and we should be heading up. And we are. Okay, so up to level 3. Yeah, so first attempt, successful on this. Cool. Silvergate. Okay, so we'll head in the other direction. See the neath over there. And doesn't look like it's too far past the neath. So I'll have a double switch back on that one, I think. Yeah. And you notice that our objective has changed, that now that we have reached Minas Tirith, to take flight off the prow of Minas Tirith. Okay, over here. Yeah, I can kind of see it over there to our right. Part of the switchback. We're going from 3rd to 4th, I believe. The Lord's Gate. Okay, Neath is real close now. And there's another switchback going from 4 to 5. Player's Neath. So all these are actually going underneath the prow that we're going to be flying off of. So. spot where I kind of... Yeah, I think that gets me back where I need to go. And there we go. So 4 to 5. Stars. Okay, so yep, right into the neath. Lower neath. Long switch back on the next one. We got a little bit to get there too, looks like. We see it to our right there. And there we go. So 5 to 6. Switch back. Of stones, houses of healing. Okay, so anyway, let's see where we're at. Right there. Okay, and I was thinking right there. So I don't know. Let's see if we can find it quickly, but just heading over here because I was having trouble with that. But all. There it is. Okay. Okay, to the Citadel. So, that's the one I always... That's probably the easiest time I've had finding it. And I know it looked like I was lost, but mainly because I was. But, yeah. So it's a switchback. The Master's Neath. So actually, the ramps itself are the Neath. So, anyway... And here we go. So, Court of the Fountain. Okay, but right here, we're no longer neath. We're on the pier anyway. So, we are almost finished, and yeah. A little bit shy. Well, I don't know. By the time we get back to Hanson's farm and finish out the quest and all that, be looking good. Thunder and lightning. I haven't been doing the speed boost, but again, concentrating on trying to get up here. I apologize. The watch point, yeah, you're gonna watch us 28-year-old lieutenant get to the center here and just kind of step off and maybe look down as we go. And then Kersplat. Okay. Completed the Great Wide Open. Okay, so magically we'll end up back at Sanson's farm. Okay, and they've already assigned the virtue there, so the rest of it went to charity, and so okay, though that's it. So I've got charity and compassion maxed out, and no ability to, since I'm level 6. Okay, title awarded, Lord of the Wings. My current title, Crosshair of Roads, along with my cloak there. Let's go ahead and make it Lord of the Wings. So it's one of my favorite titles. I love it. So anyway, look at George, and that is not a repeatable one. Free range is. There and Balk again, I don't believe is either. I'm not sure, but that's going to be our next quest, but it's going to be tomorrow. So that will be less than 2 hours. I'm fairly certain because I know I've done it in under 2 hours. There's no reason for it to take any longer. And of the 3 hard ones, I think it's the easiest. So I think we've got an excellent chance of getting through it. But we will see that tomorrow. And anyway, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. And if you've learned anything from this, or if you have any questions, or you just want to comment down below. Thank you. Bye.